Hi everyone, I've had an order for some silicone inlays. I do these crystally ones to go in the bottom of coaster moulds, and also I am making myself a load of little tiny frogs, and this one is a case of Wendy made me do it. Wendy Toonfish Crafts does loads of beautiful little inlays using tiny little stamps like these. They're wax seal stamps, and I found a frog, so I'm going to make myself one of those. Now let me mix up some silicone and I'll show you how we do it. I don't know, by the way, whether there's any call for these. I could put these in my shop, but I think there's so many crystal inlay thingies for coasters out there, there's probably no call for it. I don't know. But if there is, let me know. I will put them in my shop. Not a problem with that. I just made these with crushed glass. They're not even done with the actual crystal growing technique that I've been doing recently. So very simple to make if you ever want to make one. Right, the silicone I'm using is from Resin. It is still my favourite one. I have discovered another brand recently. Nick Pro do a lovely silicone mould making set, and I'll have a video for you out on that soon. But I like the translucent effect for a lot of things, and this is translucent. And it's also very soft, so it's very good for things like inlays. It's a 1-to-1 as well, which is nice and easy to mix up, which is great. Right, I'll be back with you when I've mixed this up. So let me talk you through how I actually made these with the crushed glass, because I didn't film it because I didn't think it was that interesting, and then afterwards wished I had it because sometimes people will ask. Now all I did was I took some a very thin layer of resin. Any resin that works for shallow pours will do, so a shallow pour or just a regular one, a 1-to-1 or whatever, and I chucked a load of crushed glass on top of it and I let it cure, and then I shook off the surplus, and there you go, that's what we've got there. And that is a little cake tin. I made sure it was the right size to go into most standard coaster moulds. They do vary of course, but most of them should work. And in fact, at the end of this video, we can try it if you like. And all I'm doing now is pouring in just a very thin layer, and we'll see how deep that goes basically. Now in the meantime, in the background, I'm going to get a little stick and I'm going to drop the tiniest drop of silicone into here. Now this is where Wendy scores big time over me, because I find this as fiddly as hell. Wendy has got a much steadier hand than me. I end up with it everywhere, but I find a couple of drops and it does kind of go into the right places, hopefully. But let's see. Now all we're aiming for here, in terms of depth, is just, yeah, pretty shallow. You don't want your silicone inlays to be too deep. Yeah. But of course you do want the silicone to cover and not be so thin it rips. I think we're there with that. Right. When all this is cured, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, something like that, we'll have a go. We'll chuck them into a mould and we'll see what happens. Okay, so silicone's all cured. Here's the little frogs, look. And they're tiny. Got a bit of glitter in that one for some reason, don't know why. But yeah, there they are. Little box of them I'm keeping for when I need them. Right, the inlays for the coaster moulds. Let's get this out. Just going to loosen it around the edges a bit first. Just pull it away with my thumbs usually. Then we're going to drop these into a coaster mould. This is where long nails come in handy. Don't worry, they won't go pinging off, they're real. And I would say that's about the right thickness. And look at it sparkle. Okay, let's pop that out of the way. I'm going to pop them into a mould now. Now this mould, if somebody can tell me how to get these blooming things clean, I'd be delighted. I've been all over it with tape. I've also washed it, and I cannot get off some of this silver sparkle that I used in it previously. Anyway, doesn't matter. Now we're just going to lay the inlays down onto the silicone. Now this mould is just fractionally bigger than the little inlays, which is kind of what I wanted. Now obviously if you've got a standard coaster mould, you might find these would just fit, or if you needed it to be smaller, you just trim them down. But what I'm going to do then is press those into place, and then we will get some resin on the go. And I'm just going to put clear in because I want to just see just how sparkly these come out, because these are my prototypes after all. So I'll be back in a moment with some resin. Okay, the resin I'm using is Apex High Gloss from Just For You online, and I have decided I'm going to put a little dot of colour in this, just a dot. 2 dots then. And yeah, I just thought we'd give it just a little bit of colour, and I thought we'd go pink. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Now the resin will degas really quickly and easily, so I don't worry too much that I've got a few bubbles in there. It'll be fine. Yeah, not how girly is that? But we'll be able to see the, obviously when you lift it out there's hardly any colour to it, so we'll be able to see that sparkle coming through. In fact, is that too little colour? This is, I can't even remember what this brand of pigment is called. If anybody has got this sort, let me just hold on, let me just put another couple of drops in and I'll show you. It's this one. It just says resin colorant on it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a brand name on there somewhere, but I can't see it, even with my glasses on. Anyway, it's a pigment as opposed to an alcohol ink. There we are. So I have got some bubbles. Oh yeah, that, look, that you'll be able to see that colour a little bit now. I've got a few bubbles in there, not too worried. Like I said, they will degas. So we're just going to pour this over. And I'm going to take the coasters right up to the top, so I might have to mix just a little bit more resin. I don't know, I just guess amounts. But I would like to take it up to the top so it kind of domes, and therefore I haven't got any sanding off to do. Because this, of course, doing it up this way, this means that this that we're looking at is going to be the top of the coaster. You can do it up the other way, lay the coaster in the back, of course. Sorry, the inlay in the back. Maybe we try that next. They should float. It's just that I find it easier to keep them centrally positioned if we do it this way, that's all. Now I'm going to lift this onto my levelling table, because I should have done that in the first place. And I will see you in a few hours. This resin takes, it's meant to be about 20 hours I think to cure. I usually find it, you know, in a warmish home it cures a lot quicker than that. But yeah, I usually leave it overnight, definitely. And just keep checking on it, see when it's really hardened. And then demould. So, I shall see you whenever that is. Here we are then. Let's see if my new inlays have worked. Looks like I went over a little bit there, a little bit of trimming to do. Going to get at that just with the scissors because it looks easy. Yeah, there we are. I should go around them with a file later, or top coat them, or both. Same here, I spilt over a little bit. I wanted to try and dome it off, you see, while it was still in the mould, and I think I got a bit carried away. Anyway, I ought to clean my mould while we're at it. That's good. Let's get these inlays out. It looks as if they stuck to the mould fine. Therefore, there's no real issue with resin going underneath them. So let's pull. Looks like that's worked. Oh, it worked. We get a sparkle. So you could use them up that way onto the sparkle layer if you wanted. You can edge them as well if you want. But very simple, sparkly crystal inlay mould done. So you could use them up either way. I'm going to go around there with a file, and I might put some edging, I don't know. But how's that for a simple make, folks? And you know what? It occurred to me while I was making these, I don't think I've actually just done a simple crystal inlay coaster mould before. I've made the inlays, just not made the pieces from them. So, this was a new mould for these inlays. The one I used before was made from actual crystals that I'd grown, if you remember, but I'd not done one as quite like these. These are nice and thin as well, so I think they'd be ideal for coasters, and anything bigger you could do. Big one with lots of big spots in, or you could cut them down to go into the back of other things, or whatever you like, really. Let me know if you want me to put them in my store. I am aware that there's a lot of these out there, as I said earlier, so these are not unique by any means. I'm sure you can make your own as well. But if you did want me to put them in store, let me know and I will do that. If you're not the sort of person who likes messing about with silicone. Right, everyone, I hope you liked this little video and I hope it was in some way informative and useful. If so, you know what to do. If you'd give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, you know where the buttons are, they're all down here. And YouTube thinks you might like to watch this next. There will be a button coming up here. So watch on and enjoy. I'll see you soon. Bye.